heavy, late winter storm drenches Malibu, and it's bringing more rain for the evening commute and the rest of the week.
Protecting against the coronavirus, local store shelves are cleared of essentials and businesses are implementing new measures.
And at Pepperdine, there are new campus policies in effect as the university decides to bring more students home from international locations. News at 5 starts now.
News, weather, and sports. Live from Malibu, this is NewsWaves 32.
The strongest storm of the season hit Southern California, threatening floods and mudslides. This as the area addresses the threat of the coronavirus. Good evening, I'm Josie Leonetti.
And I'm Savannah Welch. Welcome to the Tuesday night edition of NewsWaves. We start with the rain. It started slow but has picked up with periods of heavy showers. NewsWaves 32 reporter Brianna Willis is out in it with details of what to expect, including thunderstorms. Bree?
Thanks, Savannah. It's been raining off and on, as you can see, and you can see it's not raining right now, but the storm is expected to bring heavy showers to a really foggy Malibu. With this late storm season, Malibu residents are urged to prepare for hazardous driving conditions, especially this evening and tomorrow, with water, mud, rocks, and downed tree branches all possible on roads. In Woolsey fire burn areas, the canyon, and steep hillsides, flooding and debris flows are possible, but so far the area has not experienced these. In Malibu, there's also potential for power outages, which could also affect traffic signals, so it's very important to be safe on the roads. And to guard against flooding, free sandbags are available at all fire stations in Malibu and at the Zuma Beach Lifeguard headquarters. Marley is in the studio now with weather. She's been tracking it all day, the storm coverage. Marley, what are the temperatures right now and what's going on with the storm coverage?
Thank you, Bree. This is a warmer storm, keeping temperatures in the 60s and snow levels above 6,000 feet. Rainfall totals today have ranged between 0.2 and 0.3 inches and are expected to remain steady overnight with some heavier periods of showers. Current forecasts warn of moderate potential for slides in burn areas and a high likelihood of rockfalls on canyon roads. The storm is also bringing with it a small chance of hail and waterspouts over the ocean. The rain will continue through tomorrow and all the way into the weekend. I'll have more on that coming up in about 10 minutes and the warnings in effect for local beaches. Until then, back to you, Savannah and Josie at the desk.
As the coronavirus spreads across 35 states in the United States, cities are on high alert to prevent the outbreak locally.
Here in Malibu, residents, businesses, and Pepperdine are taking major precautions. NewsWaves 32 reporter Hannah Fullman starts our coverage with what locals are doing to protect themselves. Hannah?
Thank you, Josie. As public health officials continue to stress people need to safeguard from the spread of germs, Malibu leaders and residents are listening.
Malibu leaders are reminding residents to be extra careful as public health officials confirmed 20 cases of coronavirus in LA County, a number expected to rise.
I mean, we can't predict or stop the spread as a city government. We don't really have that ability. We can't close the highway or tell people they have to stay home. But with that said, we can urge people to, have an abundance of caution and try and stay as healthy as possible.
There are currently no confirmed cases in Malibu, but local residents are still concerned about the impact the virus can have on the community.
Malibu is a pretty small community, so I think once it arrives here, it's going to spread very quickly.
Many residents are taking extra precautions to stay healthy during this time, with local stores running out of hand sanitizer, disinfectant wipes, and toilet paper.
We have been out for over a week.
Malibu's closest CVS, Ralph's, and Target, all out of stock.
I use wipes in my car when I get back into it after pumping gas or going out in public because you don't know how other people are acting and if other people are being careful.
Local businesses are also taking extra precautions to prevent the spread of germs.
We've ordered extra antibacterial wipes to make sure that we have enough supply for the need because we are wiping down extra in the studio. We, in classes, we're making sure the coaches are announcing to be wiping down stations.
The best way to prevent the spread of the virus is washing your hands for at least 20 seconds, avoid touching your face, and staying home if you are sick.
So trying to socially distance yourself from others is the way to protect yourself the most.
The city of Malibu is continuing to take advice from the Center for Disease Control and LA County Public Health Department on how to handle the spread of the virus. Physicians are also recommending that masks such as these should not be worn by people who are not sick. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Hannah. Here on Pepperdine's campus, as students returned from spring break yesterday, they are facing extra coronavirus precautions. This as the university canceled its remaining study abroad programs today. NewsWaves reporter Jenna Ray Gardner joins us live with this part of the story. Jenna?
That's right. It's breaking news in the Pepperdine community. The international programs of Buenos Aires and London were canceled this morning due to the coronavirus. This weekend, they will be sent home amidst a flurry of emotions. Pepperdine students from the international programs are feeling discouraged about having to return home.
But it was just a lot of emotions running around because we knew it was going to happen, like in the back of our minds, but we just didn't want to believe it.
Faculty and staff from the Argentina program made the decision this morning. Jaden says her program isn't necessarily worried about students catching the coronavirus. However, they are worried that the U.S. may be put on Argentina's no-fly list and the students will be stuck in BA. This news comes after Pepperdine's other study abroad programs were also canceled over the past couple weeks.
Obviously, given the circumstances, it's an unavoidable reality, but at the same time, it's definitely unfortunate.
These students were sent home and have recently begun online classes through their international programs.
A lot less motivation to continue on this foreign language without being in the country.
While Pepperdine's Malibu campus is still up and running, other universities across the U.S. have resorted to online classes. Some Pepperdine professors have started to follow suit and take their classes online as well.
This could be the first domino to fall at Pepperdine.
While Pepperdine student Carl Winters understands why some teachers are taking this precautionary measure, he is not a fan of this teaching method.
It's just harder to structure or to force yourself to do the work and to motivate yourself when you don't have a physical class.
Pepperdine officials say they are monitoring the situation to decide how to best protect their students. Since their spring break last week, Pepperdine has prevented students who traveled to a country with a level 2 or 3 risk to stay off campus for at least 2 weeks. They are also encouraging students to wash their hands, get enough sleep, and stay home from classes if they feel sick. Yes, I'm here in the Waves Cafe right now, where the university has been taking a lot of precautions to protect students from the coronavirus. You can see here that there's signs that say there's no more self-serve in the cafeteria. They have specific people designated to serve people their food. They also have replaced all the metal utensils with reusable plastic utensils. They also have signs in the cafeteria and at the entrance along with hand sanitizer telling people how to keep themselves healthy. We also see that earlier this night, we received information that UCLA has canceled their classes and moved them online for the next month. In light of that, a lot of Pepperdine students are waiting to hear if Pepperdine will be doing the same thing. Here, reporting at Pepperdine, I'm Jenna Ray Gardner, NewsWaves 32.
Thank you, Jenna. Malibu's split from the Santa Monica Malibu School District is facing a taxing problem. At last night's City Council meeting, city leaders unanimously endorsed special state legislation seeking a possible solution to continue measure parcel tax in both Malibu and Santa Monica once the separation actually happens. Currently, the district receives parcel tax revenue from both cities. The district has made it clear the separation cannot move forward until the parcel tax is secured.
Malibu High School officials are investigating claims that multiple students used a noose to threaten a fellow peer earlier this month. This picture obtained by the Malibu Times shows the noose found in a film production room on Malibu High's campus. Principal Patrick Miller said in a statement that several students created and displayed the noose in a threatening way for weeks before an administrator was notified. Principal Patrick Miller announced that the investigation has concluded and the students involved have been disciplined according to the California Education Code and district policies. And the city of Calabasas may be moving forward with their crackdown on e-cigarettes. The city council will discuss passing a temporary ban on flavored tobacco products and e-cigarette devices tomorrow night. The issue was first discussed last month, with several council members expressing concern for the impact on local businesses and urged that if the city goes forward with the ban, they should consult with those businesses beforehand. The council will discuss approving a permanent ban in the future.
Residents in Calabasas are calling on local leaders to fix the city's cell service. In a citywide survey, 61% of Calabasas residents reported being highly dissatisfied with their cell phone service. 66% reported unsatisfaction with their cell service during the Woolsey fire. City leaders will discuss adding new cellular sites and facilities to improve service at tomorrow's City Council meeting.
And coming up, the storm is already making for dangerous driving conditions through the canyon.
Saving the big cats, the action the city of Malibu is taking to protect local mountain lions. Plus, it's not garbage, the new ordinance going into effect in Malibu to lock down trash.
And the fate of Harvey Weinstein finally being decided in court. Why his defense team is pushing for a shorter prison sentence.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
Got a quarter?
Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. Go to discovertheforest.org.
Malibu will be holding public hearings this week about the proposed move to district elections. At the hearings, the city will present 4 different draft maps. The hearings will address the pros and cons of each map. The resolution to change voting districts was adopted on January 13th in response to a letter claiming the city's at-large system of voting violates the California Voting Rights Act. The first hearing will occur this Thursday at Malibu City Hall and the second on Friday at Malibu High School. Both hearings will begin at 6 p.m.
With the wet weather, drivers need to stay cautious on slippery roads. Earlier today, a car overturned on Malibu Canyon Road. The rollover took place between the Canyon Tunnel and the HRL laboratories. The individual in the car was transported to the hospital, but it is unclear whether any other individuals were involved. Drivers are recommended to take caution as conditions persist.
Absolutely. It is scary out there. It is just, last time I was outside, it was just pouring rain. It was so unexpected. It came out of nowhere.
It's weird because it's still kind of warm. Like, I feel like the heat's still kind of there, but.
Yeah, it was drizzling a little bit, but once I started walking outside, I mean, it's just all of a sudden.
Yeah, 2, it just started coming
Yeah,
down.
so can we expect this to continue as a trend for the rest of the week, or what can we expect?
Absolutely, yeah. It is currently 62 degrees. The rains have been heavy, but they are scattered throughout the day. Humidity is at 88%, and winds are currently traveling at 15 miles per hour. Now let's take a look at our regional temperatures. In Santa Monica, it is 63 degrees with scattered thunderstorms and high potential for rain this evening through tomorrow. Thousand Oaks, Calabasas, and Agoura Hills are all at about 60 degrees with this warmer winter storm. Today's fire threat is very low and is expected to remain low for the rest of the week as the rain continues. Waves are higher than usual, expected to reach between 2 and 4 feet. A hazardous beach statement is in effect during storm, with riptide conditions and lightning strikes possible. Tomorrow's surf conditions are the same with 2 to 4 foot waves. Wednesday will bring morning showers with a high of 64 degrees and a low of 51 degrees. Thursday, you can expect thunderstorms and showers in the afternoon with a high of 63 and a low of 54. Friday should have showers in the morning that will start clearing out in the afternoon and come back later in the night with a high of 60 and a low of 53. Saturday will bring more morning showers, but it will clear up in the afternoon. The high will be 58 degrees and the low will be 52 degrees.
So lots of rain.
Lots
of rain.
yes.
It's not lightening up
goodness.
anytime soon.
No.
No, yeah, definitely, and especially with the high surf advisory and
it's
everything in effect
dangerous
right now.
surf conditions. Be very careful while driving.
Very careful while driving because it gets super slippery out there, and we already saw someone already injured on the road. So you know, everyone has to be cautious.
Stay cautious
and be careful.
Definitely.
Thank you
Marlene,
so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank
for that
you.
update. Mountain lions are on the brink of endangerment, and the city of Malibu is taking action to save them.
Closest large urban area in the world to have mountain lions in it at this distance, and we honor that and we cherish it.
Last night, City Council voted to send a letter to the California Fish and Game Commission in support of saving the mountain lions. The goal is to classify mountain lions as threatened under the California Endangered Species Act because of the recent killings.
When P56 was killed recently because it had taken somebody's, I assume, livestock a couple of times, 3 times, that was a huge blow. That was the second to last male in the entire area.
Pearson says the mountain lions are fundamental in keeping the ecosystem in place, especially for the Santa Monica Mountains. Another letter will come forward in a future meeting to support the Center for Biological Diversity efforts to further protect mountain lions.
Also, at last night's City Council meeting, the city passed an ordinance requiring restaurants and businesses to lock lids on trash bins and dumpsters.
Its desired outcome is to improve the cleanliness of trash areas, prevent the presence of rodents, and discourage the use of rodenticides.
The potential cost impact to businesses includes a one-time lock welding fee of $103 and a monthly fee of $10 per pickup. The council went back and forth discussing the potential fines for business owners who don't comply, and those fines can be anywhere between $100 and $5,500. And more coronavirus cancellations. The major music festivals now added to the growing list of postponed events.
And Harvey Weinstein about to learn his fate. He's facing 5 to 29 years. The claims tonight, with his sentencing now hours away.
Plus, royals no more. Why Malibu could be the perfect next home for Harry and Meghan. We'll be back after this.
Barry, time is running out. According to my calculations, 1 in 5 kids in America struggles with hunger. How can so many children face hunger when there's more than enough food to feed them all? Babadoo. You're right, Barry. We can help solve hunger by teaming up with Feeding America to get food to hungry kids in communities across the country.
Help Flint and the Feeding America network of food banks get food to the people who need it in your community. Find your local Feeding America food bank at feedingamerica.org/hunger.
Together, we're Feeding America.
Hart, what's going on? I'm leaving. Why? What did I do? Not enough. The pressure's too much. I quit. I get it. I can do better. Just please don't leave.
Don't let your heart quit on you. Get your uncontrolled high blood pressure to a healthy range before it's too late.
Staring contest.
You still got it.
I know.
Come alive with the forest. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
You know what, guys? There's a lot of tree branches and dry brush over here. We should probably move the bonfire over there.
I'm guessing Smokey liked that idea.
Well, Thomas, you've got pre-diabetes. But with more exercise and a change in diet, it can be reversed.
I've tried exercising. It just makes me hungry for bacon.
I love bacon, too. And who really likes to exercise?
Not me.
Me neither.
Nobody. So we're good?
What? Oh, you still have pre-diabetes. Big time.
Hart, what's going on? I'm leaving. Why? What did I do? Not enough. The pressure's too much. I quit. I get it. I can do better. Just please don't leave.
Don't let your heart quit on you. Get your uncontrolled high blood pressure to a healthy range before it's too late.
So, Race, I have a lot of disappointed friends today.
Yeah.
Hearing about the Coachella news, you know, they'd bought tickets, they got Airbnbs ready. It's really disappointing for a lot of people, a lot of music fans.
It's so sad that a lot of events are getting canceled because of this virus, and who knows?
It's really impacting a lot of people.
It's so crazy. I mean, South by Southwest was canceled. I mean, this has been canceled.
Yeah, and Coachella is, especially for people in LA, it's like the biggest music festival around.
Yes.
Yeah, what more can you tell us about it?
Well, so the 2020 Coachella Valley Music and Arts Festival and Stagecoach Country Music Festival have officially been postponed due to coronavirus concerns. Officials announced today that the famous music festivals are now scheduled for the middle of October. They were originally planned for next month. Coachella was supposed to feature major music stars like Rage Against the Machine, Travis Scott, and Frank Ocean. Harvey Weinstein's sentencing is set for tomorrow in New York, but his lawyers are pleading for a more flexible punishment. Weinstein's defense team is asking for the minimum sentence of 5 years in prison, saying the media mogul's age, medical issues, and lack of criminal history should be considered. Weinstein was convicted last month of a first-degree sexual act and third-degree rape. He could possibly face up to 25 years for the criminal sexual act charge and up to 4 years for the rape charge. Prince Harry and Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, made their final public appearance as senior members of the royal family yesterday at Westminster Abbey. The couple's royal status ends at this month and will soon start their new lives in Canada. But there are also many reports that the couple could be moving to the Boo. Reports say the couple are looking to rent a $20 million mansion called Petra Manor, where Kylie Jenner briefly lived. Speaking of celebrities buying houses in Malibu, Mindy Kaling has decided to dive into the Boo. Kaling bought a mansion formerly owned by Frank and Barbara Sinatra. The Office star bought Sinatra's old home on Broad Beach in Malibu for $9.5 million. The newly purchased oceanfront mansion has 7 bedrooms and 9 bathrooms. The mansion also featured an elevator that ascends to the master suite, which has dual bathrooms, a steam room, hair salon, and a lounge with a fireplace.
You know, I can't lie, I wouldn't mind going to Sun Life and running into Harry and Meghan.
Oh,
yes,
that'd be
me
awesome.
too.
There are worse things.
There are already so many celebrities. I think having, you know, the royal
That would be very exciting.
here, I think that just adds so much to it.
And
you know?
Mindy Kaling's home sounds incredible. A hair
I
salon
know,
downstairs.
yes.
You'd never have to leave your house. It'd be incredible.
I know. That's, you know, what more can you expect in Malibu at that point? You know
Not
what
even
I mean?
surprised.
Yes.
Yeah, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, Pepperdine hoops play hard but come up short, where a double overtime loss puts the men's team.
And social media is used to things going viral. How the coronavirus is spreading there too.
And you get to know a few things. Like, I know she does strange tricks for no treats. But the one thing I will never for the life of me know is how she gets so tiny and inside that box. Natalie, how do you get so tiny?
Adventure can be found anywhere, but the best place to start is in the forest.
I spy something beginning with S.
Snow?
No.
Snow-covered trees.
Nothing to do with snow.
Head outside to discover incredible animals and beautiful plants that come together to create an unforgettable adventure.
Wow.
So grab your loved ones,
don't even.
And explore a world of possibilities.
Come on, this way.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find the closest forest or park to you.
Got a quarter?
Staring contest.
You still got it.
I know.
Come alive with the forest. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Turning now to sports, it's March Madness, and unfortunately, Pepperdine is out. Pepperdine women's basketball suffered a difficult loss yesterday in their game against University of San Diego. The ladies fell short 44-59 to the number 2 seed. But this comes after the tournament's biggest upset on Saturday when the Waves, a number 6 seed, took down the number 3 seed BYU. This is the Waves' second year in making it to the WCC semifinals, and they did not go down without a fight, with senior Hannah Friend scoring a team high of 15 points and 6 rebounds.
And in a nail-biter showdown this weekend, Pepperdine men's basketball fell short against St. Mary's College. The Waves fell 89-82 to St. Mary's in a double overtime. However, a Wave that still came out on top is junior Colby Ross. Ross led the game with 43 points, while the St. Mary's top player only scored 42 points. Ross set Pepperdine's WCC tournament record and posted the second best scoring effort in WCC tournament history. Yeah.
You know, going off of sports, we have more updates. UCLA, while they not only canceled classes, they're having remote classes, they have not canceled sporting events, but they have not allowed any students to come to the events, so there are no spectators for those sporting
it's crazy.
events.
Just everything's being canceled at this point. I mean, you know, it just goes to show, I mean, you really have to take advantage of what you have when you're going through with it, when you're there.
And coronavirus isn't only affecting UCLA's campus, but it's affecting TikTok.
You know, it's crazy. The coronavirus is not only spreading throughout the world, it's actually also spreading on TikTok.
It's Corona time right now. It's Corona time. It's Corona time.
Users of the app film themselves preparing for potential quarantine, stockpiling groceries and hand sanitizer on camera. Grocery and pharmacy employees are taking videos of empty shelves in stores. One video even features a creation of a coronavirus-themed song about washing hands. Needless to say, this epidemic is one that's gone viral.
Viral is one way to put it. I go on TikTok and all I see is coronavirus. The lines at Disneyland are down to 5 minutes.
Planes, nobody's there.
I know.
It feels like an apocalypse almost.
It really does.
Everybody's just inside.
All you gotta say is wash your hands.
Yeah, hand sanitizer, wash your hands, be safe, be clean, don't spread anything.
That'll do it for us this evening.
Have a great night. Stay dry and safe on the roads, as well as be safe with the coronavirus.
Yes.